Okay, we would like to present to you a past year question from June 2014. So first of all, my name is Hussain.
My name is Syafiq bin Zulkiflee.
My name is Abdul and Rahman.
So for the first question, I proceed to Syafiq first.
So as the part A of the first question, which is identify the entry strategy by ESCO to enter India, is joint ventures. Joint venture is the establishment of a firm that is jointly owned by two or more otherwise independent firms. The next question is 4 reasons for ESCO penetrating into India's market are: first, to get an edge over Walmart stores, which recently ended a 6-year-old partnership with Bharti Retail, stalling the world's biggest retailer's effort to expand in the country. And second reason is to provide an impetus for other international retailers to enter a market that's projected to be worth of $65 billion by 2023. And next is to build up sales volume in India and ride down the experience curve ahead of rival and gain a cost advantage over later entrants. And for last reason is to get cost advantage from the close relationship with the local supplier or local distributors. And for C, which has two advantages of ESCO entry strategy are: joint venture could ease the process of entering a new market by collaborating with an established local partner. And next advantage is joint venture develop complementary skills whereby firms can share their knowledge, know-how in order to produce a product that suits the new market. And as for the disadvantages, joint ventures create the risk of giving control of technology to the partners, and shared ownership can lead to conflict due to different views among the partners. Okay. Let's proceed to question 2.
So next I will proceed to the part B. First question. 3 stages involved in an international product life cycle. Okay, first stage is introduction. New products are introduced to meet local needs, and new products are first exported to similar countries, such as countries with similar needs, preference and incomes. If we also pursue similar evolutionary patterns for all countries, then products are introduced in the most advanced nations. Second stage is the growth. A copy product is produced elsewhere and introduced in the home country to capture growth in the home market. This moves production to other countries, usually on the basis of cost of production. And lastly is the maturity. The industry contracts and concentrates the lowest cost producer with seal. Okay, next questions. 4 reasons why government intervenes in international business. First is retaliation. When governments take or threaten to take specific actions, other countries may remove trade barriers. If threatened governments do not back down, tensions can escalate and new trade barriers may be enacted. The second is to protecting consumers. It is government and regulation for protecting consumers from unsafe products, often involve limiting or banning the import of certain products. For example, Japan and South Korea decided to ban imports of American beef after a single case of mad cow disease was found in Washington state. Next, national security. Countries enforce strict regulation because they want to protect the public. For example, during the Cold War between the US and Russia, military experts were inclined to view future wars in terms of an all-out thermonuclear wars rather than in terms of potential production capacity. And lastly, protecting human rights. Governments can use trade policy to improve the human rights policies of trading partners. Some critics have argued that the best way to change the human rights of a country is to engage it in international trade. For example, the decision to break China MFN status in 1999 was bound on this philosophy. Okay, next, move to question 2. Okay, 3 types of economic system. First is market economy, an economic system in which the interaction of supply and demand determines the quantity in which goods and services are produced. Consumers, through their purchases, determine what is produced and in what quantity. Second is common economy. Common economy, an economic system where the accumulation of resources, including determination of what goods and services should be produced and in what quantity, is planned by the government. All business are state-owned and so have little incentive to control costs and be efficient. Okay, next is mixed economy. A mixed economy includes some elements of a market economy and some elements of a common economy. Governments tend to take over troubled firms that are considered to be vital to nations' interests. Okay, next question. 3 types of legal systems. 3 types of legal system are first, common law. Common law is based on tradition, precedent, and certain. Found in most of Great Britain's former colonies, including the United States. Next is civil law. Civil law based on very detailed set of laws organized into codes, found over countries including Germany, France, Japan, and Russia. And lastly, theocratic law. Theocratic law is based on religious teachings. Islamic law is the most widely practiced. Next, I will pass to Zhafri.
So let's continue to the third and last question. So third question is which five dimension of culture development by Great Hussain, which for to explain to you about society dimension. First of all, is power system. How does society deal with the fact that people are unequal in physical and intellectual capability? Secondly, individual and versus group, the relationship between a society, between the individual and his or her followers. Third, uncertainty avoidance, the extent which different cultures socialize their member into accepting ambiguous situation and tolerating ambiguity. Fourth, masculine versus femininity, which is the relationship between society in gender and their group. Lastly, long-term and short-term for a society to accept or delay their gratification for in material, emotional needs, and social. Describe the concept of culture, values, and norms, which is culture is a system of value and norms that are shared among groups of people that, when taken together, constitute a design for living. Values provide the context within society. Norms are established and justified. Norms are the social rules that govern the action of people towards one another. Next, for the last question, which is describe the example of foreign direct investment and greenfield investment. First, foreign direct investment, which is a firm that invests directly in the new facility to produce their market in a foreign country. For greenfield investment, in the establishment of a wholly new operation in a foreign country. Acquisition of money is when a company, when an existing firm in a foreign country is acquire a building or an asset in a foreign country. For B, next. This is two advantage. Firstly, which first is resource transfer effect. FDI can bring capital, technology and management resources that would otherwise be available. Second is the employment effect. Is foreign direct investment can bring jobs to local people that would otherwise not be available. Itu disadvantage of foreign direct investment is adverse effect on competition, which the MLE could draw on funds generated elsewhere to subsidize costs in the local market. And secondly, the national sovereignty and autonomy. Foreign direct investment can mean some loss to economy independence, which the host country government has no real control.
That's all from us. Thank you.
3.
Bye. Thank you, Miss, for this semester for your teaching.
Thank you for teaching us.
Bye bye.